First off, I'd like to mention that these are experiences I had many years ago. They were all in dreams, so there's a large chance that not all that I remember is completely true. This is how I remember them happening. Secondly, I'd like to say that the last dream I had in the first story was when I was 8 or 9. I'm 14 now, so once again, there's a definite portion of this that is true, but I'm not sure what really happened, and that's my memory being messed up. Thirdly, there are 3 separate experiences, but I can't help but feel they're all combined in some way. These dreams started when I was only about 6. They were normally short, strange scenes of me waking up in my room. Some gruesome, monstrous creature, always looking different at the beginning, would either scream, roar, or just completely attack me, and I'd wake up in a cold sweat. As I got older, the dreams got longer, diving more in depth into the story. The first change I remember is sometimes I'd see it get to me and I'd wake up with a weird pain in my chest. Other times, I'd escape it, and before anything else would happen, I'd wake up. Every month or so, this went on, the dreams would get longer and the monstrous creature would always get more and more gruesome, but also more scary. One time, I ended up escaping the monster and making it to my basement for safety. After the one time this occurred, it would always be me running to the basement for safety. I would run into the laundry room for safety, and my mom would lock the door with me and my sister inside. But the door wasn't able to hold it. I remember seeing the bloody claws ripping through the thick wooden doors, and my mom flipping out, sending me and my sister to hide. After we hid, there'd be a loud scream, followed by silence. Every once in a while, it'd find me, and each time the dream occurred, it was like the creature was learning and understanding how I thought, because it would occur more often. The gruesome creature would sometimes eat my sister in front of me, only to force me to wake up right after. And other times, it would torture me, waking me up only after it seemed satisfied. These dreams occurred through a 3-year period, happening about 1 time a week, maybe 2, or maybe down to 1 time a month at some points. The last time I ever had this dream, it was the exact same thing, except for this time, when it came to take either me or my sister, I stood up to it. I remember its beady red eyes glaring at me, and its smile with sharp, bloody teeth, as if it was enjoying this. It was about 7 feet tall and had razor-sharp claws. Its body was fat and covered in matted brown fur. The creature laughed, and to this day, it is still one of the most sinister things I think I've ever heard. I had terrible anger issues back then, so I was about to scream my head off at this thing. I looked at it dead in the eyes, and I screamed at it to go away, and then I woke up. These dreams never occurred again. The next experience I had was when I was a bit older, maybe 10 or 11. I woke up from a normal sleep, but I didn't feel awake. I think that might have been sleep paralysis, but I'm not sure, because I've never experienced this feeling. I felt a cold tap on my hand, and I had a shiver roll down my spine. Wanting to see what tapped my finger, I rolled my head over. I saw an 8-foot tall shadow, crouched right over me with long fingers extended. I tried to scream and move, but I couldn't make a noise. I shut my eyes and I held them shut, and that's where I think I fell asleep. I don't remember anything after I shut my eyes, so that's where this part ends. The last experience I had was when I was 12. I fell asleep like any ordinary night, but then my dream started. I think it was an out-of-body experience, but I'm not sure. I was standing in my room, but I saw myself in bed, sleeping. I was confused and I looked around my room. There were weird looming shadows. When I looked back at my body, something was lifting me up. I don't completely remember what it was, but I do remember seeing it carry me over its shoulder into my living room. I followed it, and I saw it throw my body on the couch, and that's when I moved towards myself, only to wake up in the exact same spot I had seen myself in my dream. I have no clue how I got there, what happened during this dream, but these are the 3 scariest things that have ever happened to me. Thanks for joining us around the campfire. If you enjoyed the story, subscribe below. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified of our new stories as they are posted. If you have a story you'd like to share for narration, submit it via email, and you may be hearing your story next. Our email address is in the description box below. Thank you, and good night.